Hello, welcome to the Roy Rogers News Channel. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, wow, 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody, for your support. I really appreciate it. It really does touch my heart as a content creator that you all have supported me over the years. And also, thank you so much for electing me as mayor of PokeMO. I am deeply humbled by you all and your gratitude towards my work here on PokeMO. So, as a thank you to everybody here, I would like to show you behind the scenes about headline videos and update logs and how those videos are made, as well as event coverage. I try to cover the events in an efficient manner, so that way you can get the general idea of how to do the event. And then, as for the headlines and updates, well, I'm going to dive into that right now. What constitutes a headline video, and what makes the cut and what doesn't make the cut? And that's a very good question. So, over the years, staff listings make the cut. Team tournament listings also make the cut. Also, developer comments on the forums also make the cut as well. And sometimes there are certain people that reach out to me and they ask, "Hey Roy, can I be featured in a video?" And my answer would usually be to take a screenshot of the person, because my headline videos have the thumbnails of the general population of PokeMO. The reason why I have thumbnails of the general population of PokeMO is because I want to show that this game is diverse, full of players from all over the world, and I want to show that PokeMO is a diverse community. That's why I have two headline pictures that are of people. Some people are fans that reach out to me, and others are people that I find in the game. So that is why I take pictures of people for my headline videos. As for the headline videos, how do I obtain the headline screenshots? Well, that's a very good question. Let's just say I wanted to take a picture of, I think he's alright with me doing this, so I'm going to go ahead and hover my mouse over Bearminator. So if I wanted to take a screenshot of Bearminator's little bubble there, I can. And what I would do is I would get the snipping tool, and then I would essentially take the screenshot, but I'd make sure that the snipping tool is right over here, or right over there, so that way the bubble doesn't fade away, and I could be able to take a picture of that headline. And that is how I gather the headlines for my headline bin. I call it a headline bin, headline bank, and if it's full enough, well then that constitutes a headline video. So I just did a headline video fairly recently, so the headline bank probably won't be full for some time, but developer comments could make the cut as well. So I check on the general discussion to see if Q or Desu says anything, or if Squirtle says something in the general discussion as well, and I take a screenshot of that and put it in my headline bin. That is how headlines are made, and there's a certain studio that I go to, and that studio has changed over the years. So I went from Giovanni's room to my secret base, and my secret base changed over the years, to the house in Unova, and then in Sinnoh. The new studio now is actually in the battlegrounds in the survival area. So usually I like to have my headline studio in the most current region. So the most current region on PokeMO is Sinnoh. Sinnoh has just been released, and Roy Rogers News is about the future. So that's why I like to locate my studio in the most recent region. That's how I do my headlines. And speaking about updates, I would like to discuss the update logs and how I cover them. So I would like to thank Q for writing the update logs, because I use these update logs as my scripts, and actually the update logs are the only video publication, as well as the Mayor Best Friends YouTube channel, that involves scripts. So Q writes my entire script, and then I pop in on my phone and I check the update log from there, and that's how I read it. While I record the screen I read the update log to everybody. But I don't read the update log here on forums. I usually like to read the update log in a location where you get to see some scenery on PokeMO, so that way you get to explore the beauty of certain regions. And that's why I like to film myself going to random locations while reading update logs. How I would also try to do the update logs is that after a certain amount, so as an example, after I get done reading this section, I might go into, let's just say, balancing. And balancing, I would go to a completely different studio. So that way, just in case if people want to follow along and read with me, there's a different musical tone and there's a different studio, so you can be able to follow along relatively easily. Every time Q releases an update log, he releases a new script for me to read. So those make videos. Sometimes update logs can be 1 minute long, and other times it could be around 50 minutes long, which is the update that I covered when I came back. So it all depends on how much Q writes in his update log is how long the video lasts. So usually Q determines the length of my YouTube videos. So if Q writes a long update log, then my videos are going to be 40 to 50 minutes. And if Q writes a short update log, then the video may be 1 minute. And I've had that happen before, where Q made history on the Roy Rogers News Channel by giving me an update log script that is the shortest update log script, which is about 1 minute long. So Q made history on the Roy Rogers News Channel. So there we go. So I like to cover headlines, updates, and event coverage. And I like to get the general idea of how to do the events on Spooky event coverage in October. How would I cover that? So I would usually cover the battling the children and getting candy from them as an example. And also the second night, I'd also try to cover the Pumpkin fight. And then the third, I would try to cover the Pokemon that randomly pop in and out. So you might see a bunch of Pokemon like Misdrevious, Ghastly, etc. So I would do part 1, part 2, part 3. So that is how I cover events. I try to make my content palatable for people watching, so you can be able to see what part of the event you would like to partake in. If you want to partake in a tough battle, then the Pumpkin, for example, would be a great part of the event for you. If you want to partake in trainer battles, then you get to battle the children. And lastly, if you want to find random wild Pokemon, then you can be able to do part 3, which is go after the Ghastlys and Misdreviouses, etc. Usually I would do my sign out here with the bye YouTube, but since I'm not in game, I'm going to go ahead and sign out right here. Thank you so much for watching. This is the Roy Rogers News Channel, and if you have any questions about video production and how I conduct things, feel free to ask them down in the comment section below. And again, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you. And this is the Roy Rogers News Channel. Don't forget to comment or subscribe to our channel, like or dislike the content that you see here. And this is the Roy Rogers News Channel signing off. Fast, accurate, unbiased, Roy Rogers News.